Welcome, and thank you for joining this presentation on John Kotter's 8-Step Change Model. John Kotter has been coined a modern-day leader in change theory. What makes Kotter's theory so unique? Well, it's its focus. It's a top-down model that looks at empowering the change, whereas most change theories focus on the process. He focuses on empowerment. He says that that is the key to success. What is unique about this model is the stress he has on creating urgency and identifying barriers. In this presentation, we're going to examine the 8 steps in the change model, and then to better understand how it can be applied, we are going to look at an actual case where it has been applied. In slide 3, figure 2, we look at the 8 steps. We are going to go through each step in the next couple slides and discuss each component. So for step 1, we want to create a sense of urgency. This is crucial. Critics have often called it as kind of manipulative, while others believe it is a brilliant way to engage and motivate change. But you need to make sure that everybody knows how urgent it is and why this change must occur. It's a motivating factor. Then 2, we need to build our coalition. It has to be a powerful coalition. We must engage the key players that will make it successful. 3, we want to create a strategic vision. This must be a well-defined and easily comprehensible strategic vision. We need to investigate to make sure everybody is on the same page, shall we say, because we do not want our train derailed if somebody does have a different vision. Then 4, you need to begin sharing that vision with others. Make it contagious. Spread the word. Why it is important that we make this change. Step 5, we start looking at how to remove barriers. We need to identify what obstacles there are that can block our progress and remove them. In step 6, we celebrate the short-term wins. It is crucial that we make sure we use praise and celebrate milestones. Positive reinforcement goes a long way, and we really need to make sure that we are on track and that we have that positive reinforcement so that we can get through the next couple steps. Number 7, we're going to sustain the acceleration. In other words, do not stop now. Make sure that your actions are sticking. Do not go backwards. And number 8, we institute the change. We make the change the new norm. There is no more of the old way. It is the norm now. So an example of the 8 steps in motion. In looking at a hospital in Pennsylvania, we are going to look at this mid-sized hospital that was looking at ways to institute baby-friendly hospital initiative. What this initiative is in the response to the World Health Organization's push to improve infant mortality through promotion of breastfeeding and rooming in the U.S., the Baby-Friendly Initiative began. The goal of the Healthy People 2020 was to improve breastfeeding and thereby improve outcomes, mortality outcomes. So this hospital that delivers approximately 4,300 deliveries a year decided to join in. But the hospital's administration decided to use Kotter's change model. What they did is they decided to go ahead and survey and find out what barriers they had. And then from that, they began their change process. So, first step is they started talking about the urgency. Why must this change occur? They started talking about it in huddles and making it a hot topic. They then developed the task force, the people who were the breastfeeding champions that would guide this and help with the education and the project itself. Then they've developed their strategic vision. They engaged the community and they targeted the staff so that everybody would have buy-in on this vision. This is key to success. If you do not have buy-in, then your ability to be successful is definitely decreased. The next step was to enlist an army of volunteers. They wanted to make sure that they had the best people behind them in helping them to succeed. Step 5, they enabled through education and support of patients, making it a win-win for all. They removed any barriers that they saw, any fears, any knowledge lacking in knowledge that may occur. Along the way, in step 6, they celebrated the short-term wins. They made sure that the staff and everybody, and including the patients, knew the success that was occurring. Number 7, they sustained accelerated resurveying at this point. They checked to make sure that everybody's knowledge was the same on what we were doing and how we were doing it. We fixed any shortcomings that we had. And number 8, we decided we were not going backwards. They decided that they were going forward only, and they did not go backwards. They looked at adding improvement ideas. But all in all, this was an example of how Cotter's motion was actually successful.